What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel and to my FIFA 21 Team of the Week prediction series. Now, I know of course it has been a while since I've been consistently uploading on the channel, but we are here now and we're back with the videos as we have been. And I'm gonna of course continue with this series consisting of me just chatting about what's to come for the game as usual, explaining which players I expect to see featured throughout the weeks to come, how the cards might look, and most importantly how it might affect the market. I am going to aim to make the videos a little bit shorter, as I mentioned in the most previous video, and of course now more compact, but of course with the same amount of information, just maybe even more. Hopefully you guys do prefer that sort of format and you do go on to enjoy the video, and if you do, make sure to as always subscribe to the channel with your notifications on to never miss any uploads when they go live, as I carry on with these promo predictions as well, or maybe any other sort of content that you might have any suggestions on. But with all that out of the way, we will get on with the predictions, and starting with the bench as always, as the typically lesser important section, just to ease us into the video, and starting with the first four being Musa of Udinese, Aberjo, Orsic and Wolf. I believe that's how you pronounce all them names. Quite an interesting bunch of names, I must say, but with the Croatian being the better card of the four. He's actually had a pretty decent card overall in terms of actual stats in the past year or so. Weirdly good stats despite having a pretty low rated card usually, the others not being so desirable or in any way meta. But as we move on into the next lot on this bench, being Huesca's hat-trick hero for this week, right next to Patrick Bamford of Leeds, for his man of the match performance, scoring twice in the Premier League and risking a hat-trick to, eventually assist his teammate Harrison, I believe, for the third against Leicester. A shock defeat in truth, or shock win, depending on which perspective you take. Andre Silva to finish off that for his second in form of the year, playing a huge part in Frankfurt's ideal finding of great form, and they'll be hoping to maintain that as we move on with the bench out of the way, and we go on to the starting 11, on with the goalkeeper spot and the defence up ahead with Areola for Fulham in the Premier League, with his clean sheet midweek and a solid performance at the weekend despite conceding 2 goals at a 2-2 finish. Not a definite for me, definitely not someone that I'd bank on, in a sense that he's really not a guarantee. Mancini next to him, the Italian centre-half playing for Roma, Azpilicueta for his goal, the first goal under the new Blues boss, and Dubois for Lyon in the Ligue 1, the Frenchman scoring a 92nd minute winner, I believe, playing to a 9.0 rating as well, finishing off a pretty solid performance in the French league. But as we move on into the midfield and field up next, there's typically the best set of players, as I always say, in Dusan Tadic, playing for Ajax now, as you'll all be fully aware, with his hat-trick of assists and a goal for himself at the end to round it off in the Eredivisie. For him, Ilkay Gundogan, the Man City and German international, in this mega purple patch sort of form that he's on, the guy just can't stop contributing, be it goals, the sheer quantity and quality of the goals as well, and even like just setting up his teammates' assists, whatnot. After the midweek fixture where I believe he bagged a couple, I really wouldn't be surprised to see this guy feature. And Delaney next to him, the Danish engine for BVB, Dortmund of course, and Serge Gnabry to finish off this screen for his second in form of the year potentially, of course for Bayern Munich, finally reviving his pace, hopefully, slowly but surely. And now ultimately onto the attackers, in which a couple featuring here that are actually very good, one particularly amazing card, position change likely as well. But we'll start with Callum Wilson for his brace for Newcastle. It really should have been more, in fact, had the luck been on his side a little bit more than it was. He and the next player in Mohamed Salah did absolute wonders for my fantasy Premier League team, having also scored twice, the Egyptian, which makes me wonder and makes me beg the question, how many of you guys watching this video actually play FPL? Make sure to comment down below and let me know, I'd be very interested to find out. And finally, the Belgian international in Romelu Lukaku, scoring endlessly in the Serie A and continuing on in that vein after scoring twice in a 2-0 win for Inter Milan, all to round off the squad for this week for me. The Silver Stars section in this week's likely candidates, again, like I said, I always say it's a segment I'm not all too excited about. The cards aren't particularly amazing, but I'm sure when it comes to like team of the season and that, it'll be great. Tony of Brentford being the guy for this week, scoring a brace and looking to be a very solid signing overall in the Championship for their side, I must say. And as far as honourable mentions go, I thought I should mention, and eventually have mentioned, Martinez, the Argentinian, as a potential replacement to Lukaku for the Inter spot. Soucek for his brace midweek, though he's probably not very likely considering that they just got battered by Liverpool, which is the whole reason Salah's in here to begin with. Or even the Colombian international in Juan Cuadrado, again keeping up his form for Juventus. A player I really thought would have and probably should have featured last week, to be honest. But yeah, as I've mentioned before, that pretty much does wrap up the video, and if you do enjoy this sort of content, make sure to stick around for the channel. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like rating, and like I said, subscribe if you haven't already. All that support is like greatly appreciated, and I will continue to upload on the channel. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.